Hello. So I got a week off work this week. Yay! Quite a few things to sort out. Definitely on the pond. I'm going to sort that bloody hedge out. So I get my covers out and get the pond covered and spend a bit of time looking at some fish, as I've been showing quite a few with a few problems. Definitely the Ochiba's not happy now. Come out this morning and it's just sitting on the bottom, so I need to get it out to have another look at the wound anyway, and I'll probably give it a scrape and we'll take it from there, but hey ho. So I'll do that now, get a bit of video of that, and then we'll see where we're at with it. I'm not expecting miracles, and you know, it's going to be a bit of a long road for it, but I'm going to have to just keep getting it out, just to keep checking it over and making sure that it is healing, and then I'll leave it a bit. But we need to get to that point first, really, don't we? So scope out, get a few scrapes from a few in here, definitely the Ochiba, and then take it from there. Cool. So yeah, the Ochiba just down there. Oh, it's moving now. It's just been sitting in the corner for 5 minutes that I've been getting my stuff ready. And the little shower in here again is still looking quite mucusy. I mean, I've probably scraped this fish 10 times. And other than the flukes, and obviously the Costia, but I scraped a few last week. I can't remember who or what or how many, but the flukes were gone, and I moved a few outside so I could get the Ochiba in here. So God knows. So I'll give it another go, but on a more positive note, the Chag that lost a scale and it went horrible and black, that's looking like it's healing really well now. I haven't got it out to have a look at it, but you can just see it from in here. It's like the damage has really lightened up now, so I'm presuming that's gonna actually heal over really well. But same old, the scrape master. It's still pretty red. There is white in there now, so there is obviously healing, and absolute load more scales come out. So I've just squeezed all the pus out from under the scales and all the horrible, rough, crappy ones. I mean, that feels just like sandpaper, that one. That come out as well. There's a little bit of a split there on that anal fin. So I'll just clean it up now, lash it with Tamadine and get it back in. But nothing else on the fish other than this split here. There's some clean up everywhere else, and this is where it did have some damage a few years back. Wrapped out on its tail. A little bit of red on there now. I don't know whether just to cut that off, seeing as it's in here now. It doesn't really seem to be getting any better. So yeah, still very red and very angry. But managed to get everything to the scales that are there to sit flat. That's my plan, and get any junk out that's underneath them. So a few cotton buds and work some stuff into that, and then get it back in the water. Cool. So got it out, and I didn't want to film it, I just wanted to get it done, and cleaned it up. Then it's back in now. Scraped the Ochiba as well, nothing on that, although the Showa I found one fluke on the slide, and the little Kahaku nothing. So I don't know where I'm going to go with that. One fluke, do I treat? I don't know. Do I panic? Probably not. Obviously going to have to get the Ochiba out again in a few days, so I'll probably re-scrape the same fish that I've scraped today, and then see what we find. Yeah, just get me down at the minute, back in the middle of Parasite City, and now obviously with the Ochiba it's just a bloody mess. So hopefully I can get it rescued though, but it's not looking good. I mean, probably taken about 20 scales come out again. There's not going to be a lot of it left with Doitsu soon. But as I say, I scraped all the junk out from under the scales and then cleaned it up, so hope they're all lying flat and there's no junk there, but it is still quite red and not looking very good. There is some healing going on, but I need to make sure it stays cleanish, so the healing what is there is good healing and not just going to get cruddy again. Hey ho, the joys of fish keeping. Oh dear. A minute, try something. Just try something, a minute. Yes! Oh, now I've got to get it all out. Happy days. Good afternoon and welcome to the gardening channel. Today we're going to mostly spend all day cutting the bloody hedge. Look at the carnage. I've got 2 sacks of rubbish, hedge cut, and I've just gone into weeding, tidying up mode now, so koi pond covers are going to have to wait probably till tomorrow if the weather holds out. Looking at the forecast, looks a bit rainy. Oh, one job leads to 50 more and I've got carried away. Hey ho. That's the polycarb all jetted off, just cleaning the crap off that's been sitting on it, like mud, leaves, spiders' webs and all that kind of junk. So this is what I use. It's a 5-wall one. It's not clear, it's like opaque on the back and it's tinted on the top bit. So basically all I do, got 4 bits of wood that go around the outside of the pond, and then a cross beam, which is that. It's just 4x4 fence posts, the notch cut out to sit the cross beam on, and then the polycarb just gets screwed down to it. See, I'm not kidding myself, just by putting the covers on I'm not going to be getting instant heat all year round kind of thing. It's just to prolong any kind of warmth that's in the water for a bit longer, and just to help keep the wind chill off when it is freezing cold and a biting cold wind. Yeah, so I've got a bit of cutting and jiggery pokery to do, because I didn't have the shower last year, so I could run one of the posts all the way along there, so I'm going to have to cut that and then obviously probably notch out where the shower sits. But other than that, it should just go straight on as per previous years. So yeah, we'll get doing that now. Actually, before I do get the covers actually on fully, there's still quite a few leaves. We had another couple of stupid windy days, so there's quite a lot of leaf debris in the pond, which I'll just scoop out. There's a few bits floating around. I just want to get them out before I put the covers on, really. Say goodbye to you lot for a while. Oh, I've missed one. I've got to get it now, I've seen it. 2. Oh, that's funny. In my haste to get them all cleaned, jet washed all the numbers off of them. Because I've numbered them, so I know which order they went back in. Shouldn't be too hard to work out, but quality. Seems to be anything I'll do. Bodge it up, bodge it and scarper. That's me in DIY terms. So there's the framework. It's not screwed down to anything. And these probably weigh, I don't know, 5 or 6 kilos each. And then when I put the polycarb over the top, I've still got the buttons in from last year, so I just screw through there into the frame down the sides there. And the middle of it's just to stop it sagging, because it's over 3 metres wide, so sort of bowing down there'll be no point because there'll be too many massive gaps. So I can slide the polycarb on now, get that screwed down. Not sure, I might cut a small bit for there next to the shower. Obviously I had to cut that post to fit. Might cut another bit, we'll see. Not too important. Doesn't need to be airtight, just to keep the majority of whatever heat there is in there and the cold off, really. Right, put the polycarb on. So to get the sheet to come back, because normally have it sit notched out there for the post for the pergola, just need to cut a bit out to slide it back through the shower. So I've just marked it out both sides, and then I'll can't remember how I cut it before. I think it was a combination of just swearing at it, a knife and a saw. I know some people have used a angle grinder with a very thin blade, but I think I just used a fine-tooth saw, possibly. But then again, I do remember smashing that up once, cutting the door, cutting the bottom off the door, and I smashed it up. That's right. So I'm not sure. I'll have a go with wood saw, see how it goes, and I might have a finer tooth saw somewhere. Probably going to take a while. I'll try and keep calm this time, promise. Amazingly, that went not too bad. Carry on. So them cuts went alright with the saw. Obviously it's a bit more tricky going that way, so I'm just going to use this and probably stab myself in the arm or the leg. No, hopefully not. So I'm just going to score it across there. I think that's what I did before, just before where the wall is. And then the top layer, if I remember rightly, is a lot thicker than the bottom, and the inside just sort of sliced through. You can see there it's a lot thinner on the inside, the layers. So we'll see how we get on with that. So I just scored the top face along the line, turned it over and scored the bottom. And hey presto! Ta-da! Okay, nice and easy. Right, let's get it in place. Obviously I'm that confident in it fitting, I'm
just not taking a pen or tape measure or anything or tool to cut. I'm just going to slide it in. Hopefully got it right first time. So just get over without falling in. Fits like a glove. There we go. Quite amazingly, there are turns underneath as well. It's as if I planned it like that, really. So yeah, so all I do now is just screw it down with some screws through there, and then job's a good one. Right, the other bit should be easier now. Should just slide all into place. Everything should be as is, as it was before last year or year before. Cool. And there we go. Just got to screw it all down now. Pretty good now. I've got a flap here. I can just open it to check on them, or just leave it open for the day. The weather's nice. Yeah. Well, that wasn't too painful, other than trying to cut the hedge. Right, let's get all these screwed down, and then jobbed. All done, all screwed down. Obviously, me being me, there's always a drama. That's the screws and the bits, the little caps to the top of these. But look at the state of it all. Obviously, I'd moved it from where it was in the filter bay, and water was just dripping through somewhere in the top straight into there, so it's all gone junky, and I can't get the little plastic tops in. But I've used all brand new screws, so it should be easy enough to get out next year. Anyway, so this one folds back, and this end one here can just be removed if needed. Right. So I can just, because it's not that cold at the minute, I'll just leave it like that in the day and just shut the top down overnight. There's no light anyway, obviously. Just see if we can retain a tad more heat. I've got some spare polycarb. I might try and have a bash at making a cover for the shower, but I don't know, it's pretty well protected, which is one of the reasons I wanted one of these types of showers. It's not like a traditional stainless backy, which is way more open. Obviously there's going to be a cooling effect when it is cold, because it is going through a shower, so I don't know at the minute. As I say, I've got some spare polycarb, it's just whether I can be bothered to try and bash something together, but I'll leave it as is at the minute. Already stopping leaves getting in, doing its job. Right, pack your tools away. Well, it's been an exciting week here at Daily Towers. Before I go inside and have a cup of tea, might as well check the temp now. Just under 14. I don't know if you can 14. Hello. 14 degrees. The air temperature is pretty warm today though. It's got over here around about 16, 17, look, t-shirt, 16, 17 degrees. Maybe a bit more. Still quite windy though, but it's not got really cold just yet, but the evenings are quite chilly now. Some places around there have had some frosts, so probably the right time to do it for me. All done now, job ticked off the list. Happy days. So I've just had the Ochiba out for a once over, and it's looking way whiter. I had to take another couple of scales out that have gone a bit rotten, but hey ho. So I thought, since I've got sedate in the bowl, I'll just get the Chag out, which lost a scale. And it jumped out the bowl in the photo show. It's actually healed quite nice now. It's literally just a little blimp there. Cracking fish this. It's all looking good. A little bit of red there, but it'll be from feeding. We'll just smash each other out the way getting the food. Not that there's a ton of food going in, but yeah, that's all good. So I've re-scraped 3 fish, nothing found on any of them, including the Ochiba. Nothing on the Jag, nothing on the little show, and nothing on the big show. So that's 4 fish actually. So I don't know. We'll just keep at it. So let's get everything back on, and then just keep an eye on them for a bit, because I had a few of them knocked out for a while. So yeah, just keep an eye on everyone in here really for a bit. Just make sure they're all swimming around okay. That little shower still, I don't get it. It's got a couple of split fins. It's looking a bit mucusy. But can I find anything on the scrape? No. Hey ho. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next week. I've actually got a ton of footage from this week, but it would have made the video way too long. And I probably won't have a lot going on next few months, obviously with it being winter. So I'll save all the other stuff that I did for this week for next week's video. So exciting. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thumbs up would be brilliant. Catch you next week. Bye.